the Temple Challenge Cup now, and it's the University of London C over in the purple on the far side, and Harvard University USA on the near side in their crimson. And listen to that, Fergus, that must be something to be a part of.
Unbelievable to see one of the finest US collegiate programs going out of the blocks here. Absolutely roaring. Is one of the finest sights on the Henley course, and they're going up against one of the great British rowing institutions in the form of University of London.
Now, University of London had a really interesting regatta, actually. We're used to seeing them contending the weekend. In fact, they even won, you know, an event within recent history, the Prince Albert Challenge Cup, or were finalists. But this is their C crew, their third crew in this event, and they're actually the only remaining crew for the University of London men in the regatta.
It's been a tough old time there. First 8 were seeded in the Temple Challenge Cup, losing out to Syracuse, who have come over from the United States with an absolute vengeance. They got knocked out there. B crew is out as well, and now their hopes are all in this C crew, but already Harvard University showing their class, stretching out to nearly over a length's lead in the first stages of this race.
Yeah, Harvard University, a 4 1/4 length victory yesterday against the University of Nottingham, but now the University of London, theirs to match up against in this round of the Temple Challenge Cup. Now, Harvard themselves, you know, this isn't the strongest crew that they've ever produced. We've, you know, seen plenty of Harvard crews in the past contesting in the final of the Temple Challenge Cup, for instance, in 2013. But this crew, a bit of a mixture of the sort of 2V, and they've not really made any of the major finals over in the US student system.
Yeah, their first 8 in particular, their varsity 8, has struggled this year. They weren't in the grand final at the IRAs, a huge disappointment, actually coming out third in the petite final, the B final, putting them 9th overall in the country, which for Harvard is unprecedented. Their second 8, second varsity, had a much better affair as the season went on. They won the gold in the second 8 at Eastern Sprints, and then went on to get 4th place in the second 8s at the IRAs, the national championships. So they'll be taking some of that confidence from their second 8, combined with a bit more power of that first varsity, and we're seeing it on display here, out in front and well in control of this race against the University of London.
Yeah, this is the live shots now of Harvard cruising down this iconic course. I managed to catch up with their coach earlier, Pat Lepage. He's mostly been coaching this crew. They did get a gold in the 2V event at the Eastern Sprint, so this crew a fairly punchy 2V, but like we say, their overall program maybe not as strong as it has been in the past. But this crew largely made up of freshmen, you know, 6 freshmen in this boat, so plenty more years to come under their belt. And knowing Harvard, you know, they'll come here this year, but you know, we maybe won't see them for another couple of years, and they'll be back with a bang in maybe 2 or 3 years' time. Yeah,
recent winners of the Prince Albert Challenge Cup came over, won that event, so they're back again. We saw them racing in the Temple Challenge Cup as well back in 2016, I think it was, making it all the way through to the weekend, so a cracking result there. And they'll certainly have their eyes set on that again this year. Harvard, certainly one of the form crews in this event, and they'll certainly have their eyes on lifting the trophy. Whether that will happen remains to be seen.
Yeah, Harvard back for the first time since 2019, so making the most of it. We've got pictures here of the University of London C, the last hopes for the UL men's squad here in this regatta, and it's a tough ask for them to go up against the great crimson and white of Harvard University, the men from Boston, Massachusetts, who take the rating down now in towards the regatta enclosure. The final, you know, 400 metres or so now left to go, but perhaps the one where you've got the most eyes on you, and they'll want to look good for the crowds here. And what a beautiful shot here of the bows kind of moving through the water, so stable here on this quite lumpy and bumpy Henley water.
It certainly is. That's an unbelievable shot of Josh Brannan in the bow seat, the under-19 world champion in the men's coxless fours last year. He's of course rowed at Henley the last 2 years with St Edward's School, stroking their crew in the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup. And here he is, one end of the boat to the other, in the bow seat of this Harvard crew, looking to progress through to the next round.
Yeah, lovely shots there. Look at it move through the water. That water sort of splaying either side. That's how a good boat runs. If you're new to rowing and you want to see how well a boat moves through the water, take a look at Harvard, because this is absolutely exemplary stuff. Josh, Brangan, you've just mentioned in the bow seat there, a gold medalist from the under-19 World Rowing Championships. Now, we've got to remember there's a cap on medalists in this event, the Temple Challenge Cup. No more than, or no medalists from the under-23s allowed in this event, right?
No, there's not. And there we see Harvard crossing over the line. A dominant performance from them, well ahead of University of London. Their sea crew in this event, a top effort from their sea crew.
Yeah, top effort from the University of London sea crew, and that will be the University of London's campaign in the Temple Challenge Cup over Harvard University. Victors there in that event, and they'll move through to race another day.